Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 has completely redefined what's possible in Flight Sim. With the new Walkaround feature, you're not just a pilot, you're an explorer. Whether you're inspecting your aircraft, snapping stunning photos, or taking in the scenery, this feature lets you experience the sim like never before. Now, I know there's someone out there, and let's call him Uncle Billy. You know the type. He's stuck in his old ways, always saying things like, "When I was a kid, I walked to school in the snow, 2 miles uphill one way and 2 miles uphill on the way back." Well, guess what, Uncle Billy? I can summit Mount Everest faster than it took you to get to school, and I won't even break a sweat. Plus, I get to take in the beauty of Earth while I do it. And on that note, let's jump in and learn how to use this amazing feature. To activate the Walkaround feature, if you're inside the cockpit, press Shift-C to step out of the cockpit and into the world. This simple control lets you seamlessly transition from flying to walking, giving you the freedom to interact with your aircraft and surroundings. And here's the thing, you don't even need to take off from an airport to get where you want to explore. In MSFS 2024, you can spawn anywhere, whether it's airborne or on the ground with engines on or off. And as you can see here, I decided to spawn my helicopter in the Grand Canyon Visitor Center parking lot. Not exactly the ideal place if I wanted to take off. Turns out helicopters and parked cars don't mix well. But for exploring, it's perfect. Now let's head over to your controls so that I can show you where to locate the most important key bindings. Whether you're on PC or Xbox, you'll be able to find the bindings you need and make any changes you want. If you're on PC and using peripherals like a yoke and throttle, make sure that the airplane controls for your mouse and keyboard are set to none. The same applies to the specific controls. Your keyboard and mouse should really only be used for general controls, so you don't accidentally have one input controlling your view while also moving your ailerons. And trust me, every time you go to adjust that view, your aircraft is going to go completely out of whack. Next, set your filters to assigned, so you're only seeing the controls that already have key bindings assigned. I'm scrolling down here to show you a bunch of key bindings that are clumped together. You can scroll down to see them all, or you can use the search bar to find a specific control. At the top is Take Control of Character, which starts your walk-around mode. Then we have Toggle Crouch for inspecting under the plane, Move Backward and Move Forward for movement, Strafe Left and Strafe Right for lateral steps, and finally Set Run, which works in conjunction with your movement keys to let you run when needed. As you can see here, I'm adding a binding for Move Backward to make full use of my numpad. Customize these to whatever works best for your setup. Running is a great way to cover large distances more quickly, and it works alongside your movement keys like forward or strafe. Once you bind it, simply press the run key while moving and you'll be jogging in no time. Do note that you can walk anywhere in free flight or world photographer modes, and at any time you can click Take Control of Character to return to the cockpit. This is a great way to quickly resume your flight. To switch between first and third person views while walking, use Cockpit External View mode. This toggles you seamlessly between the two perspectives, so you can pick whichever works best for what you're doing. Once you've got these controls down, you'll be walking, running, and exploring like a pro. Just don't tell Uncle Billy. He might think you're abandoning the real simming experience. As you walk or run around, you'll climb and descend hills in a fairly realistic fashion until you try to tackle something too steep. Then things get a little awkward and your feet might end up somewhere between the grass and the center of the earth. When that happens, just tell yourself, even Uncle Billy couldn't do this, and stick to flatter terrain. In career mode, the walk-around feature comes with a catch. If you stray too far from your aircraft, you'll get a warning. Ignore it and you'll fail the mission, and your career reputation will take a hit. So unless you want to end up on the worst pilot leaderboard, keep your exploration short and mission focused. And Uncle Billy, if you're watching, yes, I failed this mission for science. You're welcome. Here's the best part. Outside of career mode, there are no limits. After landing in free flight or spawning wherever you want, you can wander through forests, stroll along beaches, or even hike towards a mountain. Don't let anyone, especially Uncle Billy, tell you, "That's not how pilots do it." This is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, and is about experiencing the world like never before. Use Shift V to enter photo mode, and all tags and multiplayer aircraft will vanish, letting you capture jaw-dropping screenshots. Who needs a cockpit view when you can get this? But I do wish we could see multiplayer avatar, especially when you're trying to do a group picture. Instead of doing a snippets, I would like to use the photo mode instead. Now let's face it, Uncle Billy is stuck in his old ways, clinging to the pure simming experience. But just because he never got to step out of the plane doesn't mean you shouldn't. So the next time he starts complaining, just hand him the controller, point him towards the cockpit and say, "Get back in the plane, Billy." The walk-around feature in MSFS 2024 is a game changer, letting you inspect your aircraft, explore the world, and snap incredible photos. Don't let anyone hold you back, especially Uncle Billy. Now tell me in the comments, where will you explore first, or where have you explored? And don't forget to like and subscribe for more MSFS 2024 tips and tricks. I'll see you in the skies and on the ground. See you then.